Hi, and welcome back to Wisdom from the Angels. Hi, my name is Carolyn, and I hope all of you are doing well. And I hope that you are safe. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the tribe. Go ahead and hit the button below to subscribe. Hit the bell next to it so that you get email notifications of new videos when I upload, and I upload all the time. And anything you need to know about me is in the box below. If you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. I truly appreciate you spending time with me. As you know, I try to keep our readings below 30 minutes because I respect your time and I know that you are making a choice to drop by. Also, if you need to reach me, my email address is in the box below. It's wisdomfromtheangels@gmail.com. I'm going to first say I apologize for any background noise because we are having construction done here in my community. And if you hear any barking, that is our co-hosts, Lady and Coco, and they're saying hello to their friends this morning. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and get into the reading. First, we're going to clear the air. Okay, so let's do the heart link, middle finger and thumb together, and I'll explain it after we bring in the angels, okay? All right, so let's invite the angels in. Angels, accept my heart link invitation and join your energy with mine. Surround me, guide me, protect me. Bring in the wisdom, the healing that is for the highest good of all. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're also going to bring in the energy of the archangels, the ascended masters. We're going to bring in the energy of benevolent beings from this all space and time and all galaxies. We're going to bring in the energy of Archangel Uriel for more wisdom. We're going to bring in the energy of Archangel Raziel for more beauty. We're going to bring in the energy of Archangel Michael to surround us, guide us, and protect us. Okay? All right. Thank you, angels, for all that you do. Thank you for all the many, many blessings we have in our life. We are so grateful and thankful for all that you provide for us as we go through our days. And angels, thank you, 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 thank you. All right? Okay. So the HeartLink invitation comes from a discipline known as IET, and IET stands for Integrated Energy Therapy. It is a hands-on healing modality that has a higher vibration than Reiki. Reiki is the buzzword at the moment. There are over 100 different types of Reiki. There is only one IET. And IET is a higher vibration because it also brings in the angelic realm. And that energy and that support lifts the vibration to a much higher level. And those sessions can be done remotely. We can do them by phone. We can do them by Zoom. You can also just email me and we can talk back and forth about what's going on and do a session. Or you can also write me and ask me what is it about, because I also teach IET. I'm a master instructor, and that means that I have put in the time and energy to really work with the energies of the angels. Since they'd always been in my life since I was a young girl, I was so excited to find out that there was a healing modality out there that could really help others. And I work with clients around the world, and many have really just been absolutely amazing and beautiful in their experiences, as well as in our shared belief of healing. I truly, truly like my clients, and I really enjoy what I do, and I truly get that people right now are in need of more healing. So I'm revamping my website, and I'm going to be offering some new things, new workshops, And I'm also going to start with one of the pillars of my belief system, and that is around the idea or the process of forgiveness. And it's not as hard as you think. Um, Once you make up your mind that you're interested in even exploring forgiveness, boy, you can really remove some some real blockages in your world. Okay? All right, so here we go. All right, so as always, I do share with you which decks I'm using just in case you have them and you'd like to get additional meaning. So today we're going to be using the Angels of Abundance by Doreen and Grant Virtue. Okay? And I'm going to bring in my old favorite from Radley Valentine, Angel Answers. Okay? And something says bring in the romance angels, because abundance is also about more than just money, or it is about having prosperity in all areas of our life, especially love. And February being the month of, where we have a big holiday around nothing but love. Let's see what the angels' message is. Even though February's almost over, the angels still have messages for us, okay? So I hope that you have enjoyed this year so far. Isn't the energy very different than it was in 2020? It is, we've had some residual 2020 energy that's still been getting worked out. But I think that I'm starting to feel much more hopeful and exuberant, and it just feels like there is so much possibility in the air. I hope you're, feeling a change in your world too that is positive and uplifting. All right? So let's see what the messages are. Okay. So that's too many angels. Okay, take that one. Okay. All right. So these are the beginning. And now let's see what the angel answers is. And then we'll turn all the cards over. It is a beautiful day here on the Central Coast of California. This is why I returned. When I heard they were having a nor'easter on the East Coast, I was like, oh, I hope everybody's safe. I hope everybody's inside, warm and snuggled up. I'm so glad I don't have to put on 1,000 layers just to go outside and feel comfortable. And maybe not 1,000, but you do have to put on more than just, you have to put on a coat and a scarf and a sweater and, gloves and a mitten and boots and on and so forth. And I start to wonder, so when I used to live in New York, I used to wonder, did I really want to go out after all those clothes? Because it just seemed like, oh my goodness, I knew why polar bears hibernated in the winter. It gets a little cold and a little nippy. But let's see what the angel answers have for us today. And okay, take that one and the top one. Okay, so we've got our cards for today. And we're going to go ahead and see what is it that the angels want us to know. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Oh, goodness, I talked about this. Oh, goodness. How wonderful, wonderful. Oh, I just love when the angels start talking, because they are real clear today. All righty. Wow. Wow. Let's get into the read. First card that comes out is cooperation instead of competition. All right. So this card shows me 3 beautiful beings who are all about getting along, doing things together. What's yours is yours, and no one can take it from you. There's no need to compete, as there's abundance for all. You have complete access to unlimited abundance for yourself and to share with others. With cooperative partnerships, you can accomplish anything. What a beautiful message. And we see these 3 beautiful angels. Each one has their own instrument. One has a harp, one has a trombone or a horn, and one has, it looks like a mandolin. It might be something different. But the whole point is everyone has their own gifts. and everyone's gifts are needed. And there really is no reason to feel like you're in competition with anyone. Because even though there are, give you an example, YouTube. There are many people on YouTube who do angel cards and oracle cards and the tarot. And there are many that you find that are very good at what they do and their messages resonate with you. And then there are others that you say, oh, no, not so much. They're not competing with each other, but they do have their own gifts and their own way of bringing messages forward. And that's a beautiful thing because everyone needs to be able to connect with someone. Okay? All right. The next message that comes up with is in the same energy of cooperation and competition, and it's partnership. And here you see there are two beings on this card, and they have partnered together. And the card says, allow helpful, supportive partnerships into your personal life and career, and both parties benefit as a result. You are receiving help from heaven and from a person who brings needed skills and resources. So start to look at any opportunities that are coming up for you. Start to look at anything that's showing up that you have not really perhaps looked at as an opportunity. Even a challenge can be an opportunity because it can be an opportunity for you to tweak, for you to change, and for you to shift. It can be for you to really define your boundaries. Okay? The next one is positivity, faith, and optimism. You open the doorway to positive experiences and opportunities with your positive expectations and energy. Do not allow negative energy or temporary setbacks to interfere with the path that you are on. Keep the faith and keep going. Okay? So you see this, there's a sheep, there's a lion, there's a baby cub, and they're all here together. And it's important that we raise our vibration and stay positive, that everything works out. And you can even just say that to yourself. Everything works out for me. And watch how things start to work out for you. You have to believe it, though. You have to really, truly believe it. You can't say, oh, everything works out for me, and then go, oh my goodness, I did this wrong, I did that wrong. And then you're beating up on yourself. No, 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 no. Delete, 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 delete. Cancel. Everything works out for me. What is my next logical step? Say those two things to yourself and see how the energy changes. See how you get more motivated. See how you become more inspired. The next one is playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So romance can also be about the love of oneself. Fall in love with yourself and you will have the most amazing relationships with others. But until you learn how to love yourself, you can always be a puppet for someone else's use. And there are a lot of narcissists out there who are looking for those people that they can just latch onto and take control of. The next one is honeymoon. And it says, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. You could also enjoy the time away by yourself. Go away somewhere by yourself. Maybe take a day trip. Just get in the car and drive. If you're in a big city, maybe start walking someplace that's different or new. If you have public transportation, always be safe. And right now with social distancing, but maybe get out, go to a new park, go to a new area of town, go to someplace that you always wanted to go to in your town that you haven't been before. Walk around. And I say walk around. I know in some places it's a little challenging to do that right now with some of the weather conditions. But you can also do these things virtually. And you don't have to leave your house. But just start to expand your mind. Start to do things you truly love. A friend of mine said she'd always thought about doing Tai Chi, kind of put it off. And now she's signed up for the course and absolutely loves it. Try something new. The internet is a beautiful place to find things, and some of them are free. Okay? You can go on a virtual visit to a museum. You always wanted to go to Paris? You always wanted to see the Louvre? You can do that. Go online. Do a virtual tour. You always wanted to go to Egypt? Do that. Go online. Do a tour. And then if you're really, really, really captured, start to plan. How am I going to get there? When the world opens back up and we can go to travel and we can go to new places, how am I going to get there? What am I going to do? How much money do I need to start setting aside each month? And start to really plan it. Start to ignite that fire inside. 2020 was a very, very challenging year for a lot of us. And, let's not deny that. But you know what? Now is a new year. It's a new beginning. We can let go of some of those things that don't work any longer. Fear, let it go. Feel the fear and do it anyway. Go ahead, start planning a trip. So what if it's 2 years out? So what if it's 3 years out? So what if you have a plan to say, hey, I'm going to pay down my debt or pay off my debt, and then I'm going to travel? Or say that you decide, you know what? I'm not a real travel person, but I can do things online. I always wanted to learn how to bird watch. I always wanted to learn calligraphy. I always wanted to, just go hiking. Start to look at new things that you can do that you could truly enjoy and that you really could benefit from. Okay? All right. So here's the next card. It says trust, and that is a big one. This situation is calling for you to have faith. Trust that whatever situation you're going through, it is time for you to believe and have faith and trust. It will work out. It will work out in the way that is for your best and highest good and highest healing. It may not work out the way that you imagined it, but when you ask the angels for support and for direction, you will be guided to an unfolding of how the situation can work out in your best interest. This next card is retreat. It is time to disconnect from the world. So take some time this week. We're supposed to remember the high vibe message was make a list of the people you love, make a list of the people that love you, make a list of the things you love or the things you think you'd love to do or the places you'd love to visit, the courses you might like to do. Make a list of 50 things. It doesn't have to be a long list unless you're inspired to do that. But start to look outside the box. Start to step outside the box. Yes, this says retreat. Take that time while you're in retreat to reflect on what is it that I truly love? What is it that I truly enjoy? What inspires me? Start to ask yourself just those 3 questions and start to notice how your mind starts to throw off all those old cobwebs and your life starts to shift and change. Okay? Start to do that this week because we're heading up to a full moon on Saturday, the 27th, and it is the full moon in Virgo. Virgo is all about getting organized. Virgo is all about making sure that all the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted. And Virgo is about, planning and making sure that things are really in the place that we'd like them to be. Virgo is also about being very logical. So when I say map out a plan, an action plan of how you're going to really begin to work on things, do that. But do it in a way where you're doing small bites, not trying to do the whole picture all at once. And then you do what they call reverse engineering. What is your goal? Put that at the bottom of the page. And then go back to the top. What's the first thing you need to do? Do you need to put it on the calendar? Do you just need to get a list of what you need to do? Then do you need to prioritize that list? Start to really think differently than you have in the past. Start to look at your life from a place where magic can happen. Because that's what life is about. It's about us being magical, having harmony, being at peace, being calm, and having all those things available to us. And they are. And we have angelic support because when we do those things, abundance shows up. The more we keep ourselves in a positive, abundant, curious, uplifting state of being, we open the door to abundance, to opportunities. And one of the things that we can do that really can get that abundance wheel moving is start to practice forgiveness. Now, what does that look like? Forgiveness can be as simple as a Ho'oponopono exercise of, I love you. Please forgive me. Thank you. And I'm sorry. And if you'd like to learn how to use Ho'oponopono, yeah, you can go on the internet and you can listen to all the videos and follow them along. But if you'd like to work with a coach and you'd like to work one-on-one with someone who can help you perhaps get to the bottom of it, contact me. I am a Ho'oponopono coach. I have many certifications which you can find on my website, and that's just one of them. I do feng shui. I'm a professional certified life coach in life, wellness, health, and grief. I also bring all of that to the table when we do energy sessions because I'm a Reiki master, an intuitive Reiki master. I'm also a master instructor with IET, Integrative Energy Therapy, which is both hands-on healing. I am also a Lahochi and a Lemurian healer. So I bring a lot to the table. I have about 10, maybe 12 certifications, and I've really worked hard over these last 20 something years to really perfect my craft and really honor my gifts and embrace them. And I bring them to the client session. And each client is different, and I have all of the different components that can support a client. And if I don't feel that I'm doing them a good service, I will tell them that. And I will gladly find another practitioner for them if I know of someone. If I don't, I'm going to be honest with you and just say, I don't think we're a good fit. And I think that that's an important thing to do. But forgiveness, oh my goodness, starting to forgive oneself can open up so many doors for you, because that's the hardest job to do. To forgive others is easier. To forgive situations, to forgive circumstances, that can show up very differently. But when we start to forgive ourselves, and it can be something as simple as, I'm so sorry that I did not show up the way that I really, really thought I was showing up for myself. That sentence alone can just open the door for more amazing things. Because what that does is, you're acknowledging, you're becoming aware, you're accepting responsibility, and you're releasing it into the universe to be transformed into something really beautiful and wonderful. And the universe sends us this last card, which is of success. When we start to pay attention, when we start to really cooperate, when we start to act in positive ways with others, when we start to bring in those really helpful people into our life, when we start to really get playful and curious, and we start to nurture ourselves, and we start to really get clear about who we are and drawing our lines in the sand for our healthy boundaries, not just to draw lines in the sand, and we start to trust and have faith that everything is going to work out, the universe and the angels are saying success is at hand. And if you're not sure which angel to call in, you don't have to Google it. And people on the channel know what we do here. We say, angels, get the flock in here. And then speak to them. Speak to them like you talk to a good friend, because that's who they are. And don't have to watch your English. You don't have to have it perfect. You can have the snotty nose cry with the tears and the tissues. They've seen it all. They've heard it all. You know why? Because they've been hanging out with you since the day you were born. Just waiting for you to say, hey, help, need your help, support. Okay? I know I'm being a little silly here, but I'm trying to get you to just see. It's okay to be silly. It's okay to be yourself. It's okay to show up and really allow the angels to step into your life. And when you do, when you accept that and you step out of the way, you release your expectations of what's the best way things could go, watch and see how amazing things start to show up. Okay? All right, so that's my message for you today. Thank you for coming. Don't forget, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to share this with someone who can use this message and may uplift them today. And start to keep track of your list. What do you love? Who do you love? What would you like to do? What would you love to do more of? And know that when you start to think in terms of taking action in your life and shifting into positive action in your life, new things show up. All right? Okay. So thank you for coming back. I so appreciate each and every one of you. And that's it for today from Wisdom from the Angels. Thanks for stopping by.